Hi, everyone. Welcome to All About the Joy, the private lounge. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Rick. How are you?
Good.
Are we going to do our best fake selves like we weren't just talking in the green room? No. So this is our first kind of hopefully weekly conversation where it's just us. Maybe we'll have guests or whatever. But what we're changing here is we're going to be having the live stream neighborhood chat on Friday nights. And that's going to kind of just be everyone can hang out, have a drink, and I mean non-alcoholic beverages, of course. I just pull up a chair and chit chat about the week, and I don't have to worry about editing or anybody doing anything or whatever. We can just hang out for the hour and it'll just be chill. But we're going to have these private lounges where we can just kind of have these conversations that we usually have in the green room, but hopefully have them now. But don't say anything you don't want aired, because this will be on YouTube and then it will also be on the podcast. So how are you guys doing?
Okay. It's been a rough week.
Okay, you know what? Before you start, we have Mario and Alma have just entered the green room. Let me just get them on the show. Hold up 1 second, okay? Why am I having a problem here? Because technical difficulties. Hold up. Hi, Mario. Hi, Alma. We are already recording.
Hey,
Hey, how you guys doing?
okay. Trying to figure this stuff out with two of us.
You're looking good.
Well, you look fabulous, though.
Thank
Let me
you.
just say, for the people on the podcast who might just be listening, Mario just entered the room along with Alma, his better half. Okay, don't argue with me. Okay. I already did all the intro, whatever, and we're gonna talk with Cynthia because she has some juice about what happened to her this week. I hope it's good. Though. Go ahead.
Listen, I don't know why short weeks always feel longer, but it's been a rough week.
Ooh.
I don't know what was wrong with me this week, but I was in a mood the other day and nothing was going right for me.
Oh no.
From it being busy at work to fixing an issue I had, a mistake I made with the doctor, but he was fine with it if I fixed it, to getting home late, to ordering food, the food not even being right, had to go back to the restaurant, get the right food, one almost losing his phone. It was a mess.
Oh no.
Wait, Juan. Wait. Juan lost his phone. Does that mean we're getting new phones?
We found it. We found it.
Oh, darn.
Darn. I was like, darn. So close.
But yeah, it was a rough few days.
So do you have to work tomorrow though? Are you done for the week?
No, I'm working tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow will be great.
I hope so, because the doctor won't be there. He's in the Philippines. He left today.
Okay.
He'll be gone for a whole week.
Is that a good thing with the other coworker who we love? We love the other coworker.
No, it'll be fine, because if it's not too crazy busy, she kind of keeps to herself now.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, cool. Good. I mean, you're smiling, so I think that's a good thing.
Yeah. Today wasn't bad, so.
Okay, good. Okay. Rick, how about you? How was your week?
Work wasn't too bad, thankfully. I had a funny moment today. So I had to call somebody in Puerto Rico, and they put me on hold, and they had this really funky Puerto Rican music. I was like, "Oh, this is Puerto Rican. This is Puerto Rican."
Puerto Rican.
Yeah. Mom situation. That's been rough this week.
Did you ever get your day off for your birthday? Did your cousin was?
No, she actually came over last weekend and said nothing about it. So, oh well.
I am so wow. What'd you say, Cynthia?
I said, that's not nice.
It's always family that sometimes does you the worst.
Right? You can't give a gift like that and then not follow through.
Right.
She did give me something though. She said, "Oh my gosh, why didn't I think about this?" She gave me a gift certificate, a gift card rather, for Hulu. I was like, okay. I'm not a big Hulu person, whatever. But then she's like, "What am I doing? I could put you under my account." So now I have Hulu and Disney under her account for free. I was like,
But
Yes.
I thought you had that before. I mean, not that you
my
did that, but
my
I thought you had it
brother
before.
my brother has all that, and I think he uses his Xbox to access all that. But I don't even know how to use his Xbox. I'm so not a gamer.
Got it. Okay, well, that's something, but I still think you need the day off. So if they are listening, I'm just saying you mentioned that one of that gift was for your birthday, for the day off. Take care of your mom so you could have a day to yourself. I just think, follow through on that. You know what I'm saying?
A few hours would be nice.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna
Yeah.
pray on that. We're gonna pray on that.
Yeah.
That comes.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we
Yes.
are.
I had to buy
Mario,
oops,
Alma, please individually share. How was your week?
Ladies
You.
first.
Oh gosh. It's been a week. Like I said, short weeks are always I don't know. All the work gets condensed into the few days, and people just feel like they have to get everything done on the day that you're open.
Yeah.
There's like it's just, and then just kindness goes a long way. I just want to say that. And some people just are not kind, so you just have to I have to fix my face and adjust my attitude. Um, and I fail at that at times, and I feel bad about it after, but during they deserve it. So I
Uh,
just
yeah, I
I
think you
give
would be
the
you.
energy I receive. I'll just say
Right.
it like that. I give the energy that I receive. Of
You-
course, I don't, curse or anything like that, but whatever energy they bring to me, I respond,
right.
and then they're taken aback because, I and no, I'm not the type that the customer is always right. I don't believe in that.
I
You
don't either.
respect me, I respect you.
Mhm, mhm.
So, so someone got a taste of that this week. So, oh,
Mm.
well.
I was gonna say the same thing, that like I'm the same way. You're gonna get what you give. You know what I mean? Like if you treat me a certain way, it's coming and it's gonna come back for me tenfold. Like I do swear.
Oh,
I don't
oh,
work in a school though. I don't work in a school.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Children.
yeah, yeah.
I've told Cynthia, I don't know how many times, I know I'm in hell and getting closer up in the line. I'm fine with that. I'm ready. I'm there already.
You're
I'm fine.
you're that meme where you're up at the pearly gates,
That's
and then they show you what you did, and it's not stairs, it's a slide. You slide all the way down.
woo! I love that one. Yes.
It's a game of shoots and ladders. You're going straight
Yeah,
down.
yeah, yep, exactly.
The thing is, I've already known that I'm there for a long time. Like I don't even, but it's the same thing with me. I absolutely cannot even bite my tongue because I've never been that person, but now I just don't care anymore.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
hear you, but you're a better person than I am when it comes.
Well, yeah, and the thing is that I've been working for the schools, let's say, 25 years now, so I know a lot of policies. So when people try and
Mm-hmm,
and I always say, well, I'm always learning because policy always changes. Of course, well, maybe some things changed. I
mm-hmm.
always give room for grace, but I'm like, no, no. And then people are going to be like, well, I'm going to call. Go ahead and call. My name is ALMADAWSON. Please call and let them know that I'm doing my job.
Please call. And you
Please call
know
and let them know I'm doing my
that
job.
face, I like your face, la cara, the way you're saying it,
Yeah.
I can
Oh, yeah.
totally see like that just
En español y en inglés, los dos idiomas. So it's like, whichever way you want it, I can do it either way,
and you know what, that
so,
burns them more because you're like,
oh yeah.
absolutely,
And
absolutely.
they're like, do you want me to call? Oh, please call them. Call and let them know I'm doing my job. And then sometimes I know that I've crossed the line. I go tell them myself, and I tell my boss, I'll take the write up. I'm just letting you know if this happens today, I will take the write up. And when I say that, she knows, uh-oh. She's like, okay, no, I'll handle it.
What's
Okay.
the write-up mean? And I'm sorry,
So
just because you work in the school system, so I don't know what
so
that.
basically, there's certain, like you said, I work at a school district, so there's certain ways that I'm supposed to, of course, speak to the public or with coworkers. I'll say it, but people will try you,
Right.
and
You know, I
I
understand that, but I'm sorry, I didn't
It's
mean
the
that.
write-up.
oh,
What
the
does
writer
write
part.
up mean?
So let's say I give a lot of attitude, or I do something as what they feel like it's retaliation. Like I'll let her know this is happening today if they come at me this way. So I will take the write up.
Meaning you'll get
Meaning I'll get written up, and that's okay.
But
I'm
that
good.
means what though? Like they take money out
Like I said, written up
or
for girl. There's lots of. I'm not gonna tell on myself, but there's stuff.
oh,
There's
got it.
there's
I
things.
understand. I
There's
understand.
things, and
They
I
put
let
it
her
in your
know this
file.
is what I'm going to do, A, B, C, and I'm just letting you know now. If this happens, it's
Got you.
because of this, and I will take the write up. You can send me home. I told her I'll sign out, do it, and go home.
Got it.
basically,
know what?
basically,
File for
basically,
HR.
Elma's like, try Jesus, not me.
Yeah,
Like,
but
you
yeah,
would have been the teacher. You know who she reminds me of? Cynthia Alice McIntyre, right? That's the kind of teacher. You know she is that teacher that you like love. She all about her students. She gonna put up with no crap. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
yeah,
And I
you're
don't.
that
My
teacher.
babies know. They come into the office, they know they better not be faking. They better not be, because I'll be like, did you just play this whole time?
Right.
And you're coming in here telling me you feel sick? Go drink some water, go to the bathroom, come back at your next recess time if you still feel unwell, and then we'll talk about it. Like,
Awesome.
and half the time I won't see them again because they want to play. They know they
Right.
weren't sick. They just didn't want to do work.
So you also have to work tomorrow? Yeah, because you guys have to work tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So you smiling too. So that was good. So Mario, how you
Yeah,
doing? How was your week?
my week was good. It was easy as per usual. I went to the gym,
I love
you know, 4 times this week, and went to Disneyland. That's it.
What is the Disney? Seriously, I don't understand. Isn't that a trek for you? Is there a
Well,
Disneyland right here that I don't know about?
yeah, it's right down the street
It's
for
in
me.
Anaheim. That's like an hour from us.
No, it's not. It's 35 minutes on a good drive. It's
Oh,
good.
come on now. So
It's
you
wonderful.
look at
And then the
Cynthia's
thing
like,
is, you
that's
have to
my
remember,
man right there. That's my
I
man.
do it for exercise now because
Yeah.
I get tired of going to the gym, or I get tired of doing the monotony thing of walking around the neighborhood. So I go to Disneyland and walk around there. Yesterday I did like 18,000 steps. So I was like, okay, yeah, this is good.
Seriously, when I had to go to Anaheim to the few times that I go to Anaheim during the year for anyway, it doesn't matter. I forget why I was in Anaheim. It was for one of the cons. What did I go for? Or
Was
the
it D23?
Miami con. No, that wasn't in Anaheim. That in Anaheim?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I went there too. That wasn't no 35-minute ride. You
For
The way he
you,
drives,
silly.
apparently.
Well, we get in the carpool
or
lane.
I do fast track. So
Okay,
I'm
whatever.
on my
All
way.
right, I'm happy for
Yeah.
you. You sound happy, whatever. No, so you
We
wait. So you
love
were
going. It's
what?
awesome. So we
Yeah,
love
we're a
going. It's
Disney
awesome.
family. What are you talking about?
You walk in and it's like, oh, all the stresses go away. You
Uh,
go, have snacks,
yeah.
you know.
I'm always laughing about the Disney obsession. And I say it respectfully because I really don't understand it. It's not even about the crowds or anything, because we know I have those issues, right? It's not even that. Like, I've never been that, respectfully, because I don't want to get yelled at, but like, I don't get it. I don't get the character love of it. Is it the,
It's not the it's not the character love for me. It's the rides, it's the entertainment, it's the roller coasters,
it's the joy.
it's the joy of it all.
The joy.
It brings
It
me
is,
joy.
for me, it is the characters.
It
I'll
is.
stand in
Cynthia
I'm
line.
not standing in
too.
line.
I'll stand in line to get a kiss from Goofy. That's my man.
Look at Cynthia, you the same way?
Yeah.
Who's your man
Yeah.
at Disney? Goofy?
Yeah, I'd say Goofy or
I
Mickey.
have lots of them, but yeah, I'll stand in line for all of them.
Yeah.
I like when they used to, there was this time when they had the Parade of Dreams, and you would literally get selected and be in the
The
parade.
parade.
I literally was in it like 4 times because I knew where the bus would pick up people who wanted to be in it. And so then I literally was in it like 4 different times, and you get a special edition pin that you have, and only the people who
I
participated
need
in it
to go
have
with
it.
them. I need to go
When
with
you
them.
come
So
to California, go to mira, La
When you
Casa
come back
de
to
Ellos
LA,
is La
that's when you
Casa
know who to
Old.
call.
so
Yeah.
that's the
Go
type
check it
of
out.
fan I am. So like I've been in the parades, I've all of it, all of that. So yeah, I will do it. I will do it all.
So here's my question. Before we go further, I just want to make sure, Rick, you cool?
Yeah.
Because I know you had to step away for a second, so I just want to make sure. Because we usually hear your little laughter in the background, in case anyone was wondering. Okay, good. Here's my question: is it remembering or reminding you of being a kid?
Yes.
That
Yes.
part of it, so that part of joy, because one of the
Yes.
topics I wanted to talk about, and I want to talk about it in terms of our personal lives, but also work, because that's where I feel it the most is, when do you feel most like you're getting older? And in my case, I know I'm aging, and I'm gonna give you an example of what happened this week. Because when you guys talk about Disney, it's kind of like when I hear, especially when I see the Black women with they're wearing their beautiful outfits on a Sunday. Like, and there's something about that makes me jealous. Like, so when you guys talk about Disney, and I'm not equating Disney and the church, so don't get me
No,
wrong.
not at all.
You know what I'm saying? When you
Yeah.
know
Mhm.
that
Hey,
something
it could be
brings,
a church to some people.
right,
Yes.
exactly,
For some
clearly,
folks,
Yeah.
clearly. But you see what I'm saying, right? There's something like that's so beautiful about believing in something so much that it brings you so much joy that it exudes out of you. And when you guys talk about it like that, it's a little on the cray side. I'm just gonna say, but it's that same thing,
no, we're
right?
not. We're mild compared
Oh,
to some
Oh yeah.
people.
no.
Oh yeah. We are mild.
I'm just saying for me and with Billy too, to me, you're on I say cray with love. Like for me, it's a little bit, I'm like, I would not be driving to Disney. I'd be at the beach, but I wouldn't go to Disney. But I get it. But here's my thing. So this past week, I was walking by and I was just walking from here to 18th Street. So I live well, you guys know where I live.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I was going to 18th Street. I was about to give up my address.
Don't dox yourself.
No,
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
no.
You know where I am, right? So beach, 18th Street. There's 18 streets of like blocks there, whatever. So
Right.
I was just walking there to go to Whole Foods, get a little exercise in, not driving to Disney, but getting my exercise in, if you get what I'm saying.
That's
And there
right.
were these Latino men, and I walked by, and I'm not saying I look cute or anything, but I looked like my normal self, regular, whatever. And I walked by, and one of the guys came, he was bringing like some piece of equipment over, and he's like, "Oh, Senora, por favor." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." And I kept walking, and I realized, like, back in the day, now I am not for sexual harassment or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. But back in the
She said,
day,
but I didn't get my whistle.
they would have said something like, "Oh, señorita, algo así." They would have said something, but they were like, "Oh, old lady, excuse
Hey,
us,
Yeah.
please."
at least they didn't call you Doña.
They didn't not
Doña.
No,
Yep.
I
That's the
was
next
like, "Fuck, I feel so old right now."
he didn't say, "Ay, mommy, come get it." He didn't say that, right?
But look, it's not about them being disrespectful at all, because even back then, and I'm not saying these men, I'm just saying it reminded me that there was a time when men would say something a little bit more like, you
Hey.
young
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Or
Uh-huh.
something. And this was definitely like, "Oh, excuse us, old lady. Let us get out of your way so you don't fall the
Excuse us,
fuck over."
ma'am. Let us get out of your way so you don't trip.
You don't sue us or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Like, whew.
Ay, ay, ay.
oh, it started making me just remember like the first time someone called me ma'am. We had that conversation before, but I was curious as to, do you guys have moments where you feel really kind of older, you have an experience or something? I think I sent that to you guys just to think about.
Well, for me,
Oh, go ahead, Mom.
no, for me, it's when I'm talking to my nieces and nephews, and they start using language, and I'm like, "Run that by me again." Like when they said, "Oh, does this person have Riz?" I was like, "What is Riz?" They were like, Riz." Like I was like, "You mean charisma?" They were like, "Yeah, charisma." I'm like, Oh yeah, but they have Riz. It used to be Swag. I knew what Swag was, but
Well,
when now
swag was more our time though.
yeah, but now you come up with the Riz.
There's that word too that because I had the same thing when they said sus.
Yeah, no, I knew what sus was. Yeah,
I didn't know. I was like, what the hell is sus? I'm like, Google.
yeah, yeah.
Old Googling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. Thankfully, we have a young person in the house. I can go, Marissa.
I go talk to the fifth graders at my school. What does this mean?
Yeah, because they're coming up with new stuff.
Tell me what the lingo is, and they'll be like, Miss Dawson, you don't know what this means?
Yeah.
You don't have TikTok? I'm like, nope, I don't, ma'am.
She doesn't have TikTok.
I do not. So they're like, well, you have to get on there and you got to, nope, I don't want to. That's why I have you. They're like, oh.
That is so that's a good one. Rick, what about you? When was the time? I mean, if you have anything to share on that part, I don't know.
I mean, just the older I get, it's like you discover more and more your body's like, you can't do this anymore. Like, you get much more tired quicker. I'm like, yo, what the heck? I used to be able to do this so easily. And it's like, what is happening? Seems like I get hurt a little bit more easier too. And
that's for sure.
Now I got this weird thing where some kind of joint is messed up in my hand and I can't make a grip without it hurting. I'm like, what is happening in my body? What's happening? So I already had issues. Yeah. I mean, I already had issues anyway with scoliosis, the back stuff. But now it's like, okay, this is ridiculous now. But yeah, it's just the body shows you. Yeah, you ain't young no more.
You know what? I'm tired of the belly thing because I know. Look, this is how I feel about it. I feel a few things need to change in the trajectory of humans, right? Like if you decide not to have children, you should automatically have a flat stomach. I'm sorry. I didn't have children. I should not have to suffer but why do I have a belly? I don't understand. Like I have a belly now. I've never had a belly.
It's called a fupa.
Okay, you better stop because it's not that yet. You better stop. No, we're not there yet. But we getting there now. Damn.
It's a fupa. That's what it is.
Let's stop saying those words. Rick doesn't even know what that is. That's what I feel bad. People go be Googling. Anyways, but this is I think the whole evolution of life should be if you decide not to have children, you should still have a nice flat stomach.
You should still be snatched.
I should be snatched. Yes, I want to be more snatched. Yes. So I'm mad about that. But so the body thing is for real. For real. Yeah. And I hate to tell you this, Rick, but I had that whole thing with my hand. You should use there's like a cream that's an aspirin. It's
aspirin cream?
No, that's not the one I use. It's the one with a V.
Valtorin.
But what is it?
Valtorin.
Put that on your hand. That's what it is. I'm sorry, I didn't look at. She's like, aspirin. Why are you messing with me, girl? What you doing?
Well, you said it had aspirin in its cream, so I was like, oh, aspirin cream.
What is it? Voltaren. Yeah, that one. You should put that. That'll really help. And I have like 6 splints if you want one. I'm just kidding.
It's not constant pain. It's just like when I bend it all the way, I'm like, what is that? And I go like this and it clicks. I never used to do that. I'm like clicking right now. I'm like, what is it?
Yeah, but you should put something on it. Like I'm telling you, I'm never going to mess around when I hurt myself again. Because I think we heal hard. I mean, it takes us longer to heal.
100%.
You might have one of the itises, bursitis, arthritis, appendicitis, something to itis. You have the itis.
One of the itis. And the itis family.
You got the itis.
That was funny. Okay.
I call it the snap, crackle, and pop.
Mm-hmm.
You call him that?
No, my knees are snap, crackle, and pop.
Oh yeah.
Is that a new thing from when you've gotten older? Is it? Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't know if you've always had any issues. I have friends who are.
No, they don't know. So you have to explain.
Oh no, it's happened in the last year. Within the last year, I've been So it's a new occurrence. A new occurrence. I was like, Doc, can you X-ray this? And they're like, everything looks fine. We don't see anything. And I'm like, okay.
I tell her, I said, I hear her getting out of the bed in the morning. I'm like, are you eating Pop Rocks over there? What's going on?
Country.
But it must be something. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
glad it's not like a bone broken or something.
Yeah, and exactly. That's what they were checking for, and they're saying
Yeah.
it might just be the beginnings of arthritis.
Anitis.
Anitis. Sometimes itis. Mama say.
Prophesy him.
It's probably like is it rheumatoid? Because is it rheumatoid is joints, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what sucks? That's how you know we're getting older, because I know what that is because of my hand. So we had to go
Mhm.
through all that. So
Yeah.
so the joints is the rheumatoid thing or whatever.
Mhm.
Okay,
that on
Cynthia,
my
I think is the
AARP.
youngest. What?
I think I saw that on the AARP. I'm just kidding.
Yep. Oh,
But we do that. The
We
young
are not
folks do
friends
that
right
too.
now, Mr. Rick. We are not friends.
No.
With
ARP
the
we
art.
don't do it now because the young folk told us to do it, and they do it to get all the deals. So that's why I did it. I
Yeah.
didn't do it because I'm old. I did it because the young folk told me on TikTok. You're not
I'm
watching.
not eligible yet, so I don't know what y'all talking about.
She's like,
wait! I have to tell you. Wait, before you get to Cynthia, I got to tell you this real quick ARP story. When I was eligible, I went ahead and applied. But then she's a lot younger than me, but she started getting emails from AARP. Then she started getting the text messages from AARP, and she kept saying, why am I getting text messages from AARP? Why am I getting emails? This is
And
junk
what
mail. Why are you sending me junk mail?"
really did it, yeah, because I got the magazine in my name in my mailbox, and I said, I know that I did not apply for any of this. He's sitting over there laughing. He's like, babe, I registered you. What
You get
the?
the spouse. You get the spouse. You know, she's my spouse, so she automatically gets it. If there's anybody else in your household you think needs it,
I was too through. Just too through. I was
Yeah.
just
You
through.
But
you have
here's the thing.
somebody.
Here's the myth about AARP that people. I did not know this. I learned this on TikTok. There are a few things I've learned from, and this is what I learned is they actually do not have an age requirement because that would be ageism. They cannot have you. That's why all these young kids on TikTok have had ARP since they were like 11 because they
see,
take it for all the deals. So there's
yeah,
this young guy who became TikTok famous because he started telling people to get ARP because that's the way you could save for travel, blah, blah. And I was like, who is this kid? Remember, I sent you guys the link
Mhm.
and it was so good. I was like, well, I'm signing up. And I do save on some stuff. And they do have some good articles. And we like ARP because if they want to sponsor us, hey.
and we get discounts at Denny's. Come on now.
Yeah, you get discounts everywhere. It's actually pretty good. So it's either that or my AAA card, but both of those cards I use a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I hear you. Okay, Cynthia, who does not have ARP yet, but I'm going to add you family,
Your
familia.
membership is in the mail.
Yeah.
With me, when I started having more doctor's appointments, like
Hmm.
I would go to one and they were like, okay, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Like, wait, why? And they're like, oh, we just want to make sure, your blood pressure's fine or your asthma's okay. Now I feel like I'm going to an appointment every 3 months.
Yeah.
And it's always for something. It's either my asthma or just something.
Yeah.
Your neck, your back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everything. And everything hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is probably I don't think people understand. Like when you're younger, I know why we don't listen to it, but I feel like there's not enough conversation about how the body, it's not that it breaks down, because I have to tell you, I think there are also some good parts about it too. I think there's more control over things in my life that I would have wanted when I was a teenager. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And there are blessings to getting older. And I don't even want to talk about the wisdom part, but I wouldn't want to get rid of the intellectual part of everything I've learned and experienced just
Yes.
to have, a snatched waist. Although I could have
You
that,
know what?
you know,
You know.
I think the females here will all say we'll take the snatched waist.
I feel like, I don't know. I don't know. It could be a conversation starter with the good Lord. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there is a strange thing that happens as you get older that you're just surprised by, it's the wrinkles, it's for me, the sagging of my seriously perfect boobs that are just stunning to me. Like, I think every girl has a thing they like about themselves, you know what I mean? And I was born with some blessings. And it's just shook to me that gravity is doing its thing, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So, and I really am thinking about at some point maybe having surgery because it's going to start affecting my back.
Mm.
I really don't understand why these people go and get the size boobs I have. Like they get them. I don't know why you would do that. I mean, you know what I'm saying, right? Like because it's heavy. It's heavy. Yeah. Anyways, we can move on. Look at you.
Yeah.
Weirdo.
You're like, so you're gonna get a mommy makeover, but you're not a mommy
What's a
Without
mommy
the
makeover?
without the mommy.
yeah,
Yeah,
What's
you
the
know,
mommy
after
makeover?
tell her.
the mommy makeover does all of that. The
Getting us
the
all snatched up.
boobs, tummy tuck. So you
Oh,
have the flat tummy and the
I say it, but I would never. I swear, please, Lord, I beg of you. I never want to have surgery again. After having hip surgery, because I had to have it, I will never want to go under. I do not take that lightly. I'm kidding about it, but I don't think I'll ever do it. I'm okay rolling them up and throwing them.
you know you're okay with knocking a few people out.
God.
Not choking yourself at night when you lay on your back.
Yeah, I don't think I know too many people who go through too much surgery because they have to, that I don't mess with that. And I'm not making a judgment on other people who want to do that, but I'm kind of kidding. I mean, if you saw me when I had my hip surgery, you would have thought, I was near death. The way I was like, oh my God. Yeah. So I don't think I could do cosmetic, but I reserve the right to change my mind, like my hair. Reserve the right. Although I'm starting to now like my hair because the gray is actually coming in fully.
Yeah. See? Patience.
Told you.
I was hating it because it was doing that, but now I see what he did. That's art. That is some art. But anyway.
Yes. A skill.
Let's switch it up. I already know, besides the Disney stuff, what is some stuff that makes you feel really young besides the Disney group over here? Let's start with Rick, unless you need some time to think about it.
I mean, I'm kind of that. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid thing. I mean, look at my background: Spider-Man, Wolverine, all this stuff.
Right.
And I've always felt it's weird. I've always felt both young and old at the same time.
Oh, you mean always?
Yeah, like
Oh.
I'm very comfortable. I was always very comfortable being with little kids way younger than me, but I was also super comfortable being with way older people than me. Like loved it because I could learn stuff from them, and it was like people my age I didn't want to hang around. It was like I wanted the extremes, the other opposites. But yeah, I've always felt like young. Like I don't like, even though I just turned 55, I don't. And my brain says you ain't 55. Shut up. Like
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah.
So
I love that. So for you, it's kind of always been kind of the same.
yeah, like if I Lord willing to live to 99, I'm still gonna be like I ain't 99.
Yeah. Wow. I wish it was like that for me. Yeah. No, I don't feel like that at all. I wish it was. I wish I always felt that way. But I think for me, I feel like such an adult. I feel like I've always been an adult, even when I was 12, like even when I was 13, like I had to be responsible. I think that's why it's hard for me to be spontaneous or to be, you know what I mean? Like I am very, and
But
Cynthia knows.
I think
Go
it's
ahead.
also because of the stuff you had to go through.
Yeah, it's
After
your
your
life.
mom died, you did have to kind of grow up the same way how
You
I
have
did.
to go fast. Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I understand what you're saying,
I'm
Carmen,
just
because
jealous. I'm jealous.
for me, I think it's because I had so much responsibility at a young age with being the one who was, always translating for my parents and having to do all of those things because my parents at that time did not speak, the language. And here I was, 5, 6 years old, translating for them, doing all of these things, and then, having to go to work when I was 11 and things like that, just those things do make you grow up. And I think that because of that, now that I'm older and I'm able to do these things, I I do it wholeheartedly. So all of the things that I wasn't able to be like those little things, like, because I know that my parents, they took us to Disneyland one time with a lot of, sacrifice. They took us, and that's like one of my best memories. And I have pictures of that time when my parents were able to take us. So then once I became an adult, and that was like, I'm going to go all the time. Like that's one of my things. I love to color. I love bubbles. He'll tell you. I love blowing bubbles. So when this whole wave of adult coloring books, trust me, I was like, yes. Yeah, I don't know what you're missing.
I don't
So,
even know what you're talking about, but I trust you. But I think
so,
you and Cynthia are like sisters from
I
another
know.
area because I'm like,
and
I'm
like,
hearing everything Cynthia. Like,
and like I craft. So like I love doing stuff, crafting, doing things. So like the other day when you were talking about scrapbooking, I totally want to learn how to do that. So I'm like, okay, it's like stuff like that. So I've always find things that help me creatively because I've always been a creative person. So those are the types of things that I do. But going to Disneyland just really is like I'm a big kid. I love going. I love having fun. I love getting on the rides. I love running to the characters and doing all of those things. All of those things. The new ears come out. Ooh, the new popcorn. I want the popcorn bucket. Yes, let's go. It's like yeah, all of those things. But I think it's just because as a child there was so much. There was responsibility. I was also very ill as a child. There's just a lot of, just a lot of things that contributed to me having to be responsible and not really being able to have a normal childhood. I'll say it like that. My
I love
parents
that
did.
you've kind of like I'm learning something about myself as we're having this conversation. Like I've never done that. I've never gone back to reclaim it. And I feel like you've reclaimed your childhood. And my God, not only am I jealous, but I'm so happy for you. Like that is just beautiful. I love that. I need to
Yeah.
learn from
And
that. It's great.
yeah. And then I get to do it with my hubby, and he likes, so we like doing it in different aspects. He loves going for the rides. He loves roller coasters. That was the one thing that we really bonded over because I love roller coasters too. So we would go find the biggest roller coaster to get on, and that type of stuff. And you know so and then and then that segue to like, well, I love going to Disneyland, so we got to go to Disneyland. So then it was like, okay. So it started with us going, what, maybe once or twice a year. And then we were like, oh, we're just going to get passes. So
Yeah.
then we've had passes for
Years, man.
forever,
Yeah.
forever. We only stopped when our daughter went to college because I was like, okay,
You need to
we
save
don't
the
have it.
money.
We don't have any disposable money right now.
Oh, because she had to go to college. Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's different now.
So,
And we
yeah.
have a bucket list of going to all of them around the world. We've done 3 so far. We've done LA, we've done Florida, we've done Paris. We're trying to get to Japan next and Shanghai.
Shanghai. Yeah.
So we'll see.
That's a
Come on,
cool
Cynthia.
bucket list, though. That I mean, it's not my
I'll let you
bucket
know.
list, but it's a cool bucket list. That's cool. Mario,
Justifies going for another country. That's all.
yeah, but well, how about you?
What about me?
Yeah.
In terms of what? Just finding, claiming my childhood? Like, yeah, I'm like, she kind of covered like Disney, but like, I love amusement parks, period. I love babies. I love little kids, and I love games, and I'm not a gamer like I used to be. Like I used to be on not Xbox, the other one, Nintendo, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like we would like anything that's gonna be, and again because I was sick for so long, I was confined to a chair, so that I would have to find stuff to do in a chair, like other than TV, because you can only watch TV for so long, so
Right.
you have to find other things to do. So I would always try to find fun things to do. I hate puzzles, but she does. So I would sit there
Oh yeah,
and
I love puzzles. That's the other
yeah,
thing.
So funny.
and
That's so
so
funny. They're like
we try to
perfectly matched. It's hilarious. Yeah.
not always,
Oh, okay. That'll be
not
our next
always.
segment, right?
That's another day.
But Cynthia, what about you?
I think Alma pretty much covered it for me too. I mean,
I know we don't need you both on the show at the same time, is what I'm saying. It's the same person over here. No, but go ahead. Go ahead.
I've always been like crafty. I've always liked drawing and coloring as a kid and stuff like that. And, Disney was my first and last vacation with my mom. So now it's like, I love Disney. So I
Yeah.
try to go at least once a year or at least every other year. I try to go.
Mhm.
Of
It's
course
quite an
now
expensive thing. It
it
is
is
quite like, especially if you have to fly, because you don't have Disney in Massachusetts, so you have
right.
to
Yeah.
fly to Disney in Florida or here.
Yeah. And of course now that I took my grandson, he wants to go all the time now. So he's now become a Disney fanatic. So but
See,
yeah,
but that
I do the scrapbooking, which I love. And I do the card making and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean,
Oh, the cards that you're supposed to start selling on Etsy?
yeah.
Those?
Yeah. I'm telling you, Alma. Okay, I'm just saying we can cut Alma in on this. Okay, I'm okay doing a third. I'm okay with this. I even tried to help her set up a website. Remember, we tried to set up the website. She flaked on that after a while. We just gonna say it straight up. When I tell you she makes beautiful cards, I'm not talking about like, oh yeah, that's cute. You know how you walk into Whole Foods or you walk into like any Hallmark little store
Yeah,
and you
uh-huh,
see these
uh-huh,
cards and you turn it around, they're like, oh, that's a really good card. And it's like $14. You're like, well, it's not
uh-huh.
that cute. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Her
so you're doing
cards
like
are worth
peppers.
she's yeah.
You're a
her cards
peppers
are
type of girl.
$14.
Uh-huh.
Papyrus, is that what it's called?
Papyrus,
Uh-huh.
Papyrus. Yeah.
papyrus,
Yeah.
Papyrus. Those
papyrus.
cards.
Yeah, hers are better than I've been saying this for years because I'm like, look, I'm trying to do like business.
What you doing?
Yeah.
Cynthia, what you doing?
But
Come on.
And they put the all about the joy stamp on the back.
that's what
Those
I'm saying.
Yes,
Holla. You know, like,
It's so funny though too, because I have so many that I've made, and I'm like, I don't want to give them away. Like, I know.
You should
I just,
you should do like they should go on maybe All About the Joy and just, have packs of 5 and it's just whatever you get packs of 5 and you just, and then until you're empty and then you stock back up again.
I'm just saying. Look it. You guys can wear. I tried. I would
Yeah,
love to get an adventure, but I don't know what else to do. And
because I mean, I do that. I buy those when the kids do the fundraisers. They sell the boxes of cards that you just get like a slew of cards for like $10, and it's like all kinds of cards in there. So,
well, we won't be selling yours for 10. Yours will be more.
no, exactly. But what I'm saying is, people are willing to pay for cards to just have them because you always need a card. You always need a sympathy card or a happy birthday card or a get well or congratulations. And it's good to just have them. So that's what I'm saying. If they're all just one of a kind and you just do packs of like 5 or whatever and just, sell them.
You know what I'm pissed about right now? I am watching Cynthia really taking in what you're saying, which bitch, if I had a recorder, it's the same shit I said like 5 years ago. But she like this, like,
Because we're here. I understand what she's saying.
okay, I'm just saying, I'm getting my cut. I don't care. I don't care.
I need a cut.
I don't want to
need a
see
cut.
no Cynthia Alma story shit. I mean, I could be a silent partner. I don't need my name on that shit, but I'm getting my cut. I'm just
Okay, so you do cards, and what else do you do? I want to know.
No, I'll tell you what she does. She does Thanksgiving cards, birthday cards. She does Christmas cards, any card. And she sends them just to fucking family who doesn't appreciate them. But she'll send you a beautiful birthday card. I was gonna send her a card once. I never sent it.
And then you remembered the type of cards that she makes?
And you was like, never mind.
No, because
I never sent it.
No. Here's the thing. I went and bought her a card, and I was so proud of myself because I'm like, I'm gonna send her this card because just to show her appreciation. I would never try to make a card for her. That's like me cooking for somebody who can cook. I'm not that crazy. But I was like, Cynthia, I'm gonna send you a card, and I think it was for Christmas, and then a year went by. I still
Showed me the card.
I showed her the card on FaceTime.
But you never actually received the card.
I never mailed it. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I know it was
Carmen.
she does cards for all reasons. And she could do them for anything. But I think it's also for you, Cynthia. I don't know, but a part of me stopped bothering you about it because I feel like it's also something you have a lot of joy in. And when you're hearing all the business part of it, I think that made you not love it. And so I realized I was dampening your spirit.
I feel like if you do it, it makes more room for you to be able to get more material, better material, and make even better cards. And then as they go out, then there's room for you to make more. And you're sharing the joy of them, because if they're as nice as she's saying they are, then you should share them. The
Yeah.
world should see them.
Yeah.
Because I
But this-
save my cards.
Yeah.
Like every single card that I get, I save my cards.
Mm-hmm.
I have, and I think my mom started that for me, because she would save she'd have me pick which birthday card I loved the most of all the cards I would get. And so she would put it in my album for that year. So if it was, she did it for the first few years, but like 5, I picked the card, she put it in the album, and then she would put the pictures. So then that's what got me started. And now that I'm older, I have every Mother's Day card, every birthday card,
That's so cute. That's pretty.
so that's what I'm saying. So, there's people like me out there who appreciate the cards and we save the cards.
I'm not pressuring you. You see how I backed up? I still want my profit. I'll let her be the business person. She's pressuring you. I'm just saying that's what I think happened. I think if we had a lot of money, again, right? It's always this thing. And you didn't have to work 40 hours a week.
Yeah.
And you could create, and then we could go get them duplicated. I see that. But work with Alma. You guys have each other's number, right? Just
Okay, so what else do you make other than cards?
I do shadow boxes. So I made shadow boxes actually for a few people. The first one I did was a real big one for my grandson.
Can you explain to people what a shadow box is in case they don't know? No, for the audio.
Sorry.
I'm just saying.
So it's basically like a 12 by 12 frame, and I'll pick like the favorite picture, and like say for instance, if you went to a play and you have like the playbill and it's the photo there, I'll put the playbill with the picture and like whatever little accessories would go with that play, and just kind of put it all together in the shadow box.
So dope.
Yeah. And so actually, a really good friend of mine, her brother had a baby, and the baby was premature, and he was literally like the palm of your hand, the size, and he's so tiny. And now he's like 3 years old. He's perfectly fine, healthy, everything. But she gave me his little onesie and the little blood pressure cuff and photo. So I put it in a whole shadow box for her, so she has that to remember.
Oh, that's awesome.
Do we know where that name came from?
I'm sorry?
Do we know where that name came from? Shadow box? Like, where's that come from?
I honestly don't know.
Shadow box? Shadows of the past?
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe because because it looks kind of 3D, right? When it's in it,
Yeah,
it looks like a 3D.
Yeah.
So is it like a frame? It's like thick, like a box, but you can see through it, like a glass?
It's dimensional. Yeah.
I actually made one for Juan when his dad passed away. And so I put like his glasses that he used to wear, a photo of them two together, stuff. So.
Oh, that's beautiful, Cynthia. You're so artsy fartsy. I love it.
Okay, I'm going to tell you where the name shadow box comes from. It comes from the way light and shadows interact within the frame, because the box has depth. Items inside can cast shadows on the background of each other, creating a layered 3-dimensional effect. So that's why it was that's why they call it that. It's a unique piece of art. So it's a beautiful way to showcase and preserve memories, making each shadow box a unique piece of art. I love my AI.
Oh, I just had an idea.
What?
Since you like dealing with dead people, you can like go to funeral homes and say, I do shadow boxes. Just tell them to send me some stuff and I'll make you make so much money.
Ooh.
Rick. Okay.
That's another
company here. There's a
yes.
Okay. I'll take a 4th. I'm fine with the 4th. I'm good.
That actually would be a great side business.
Yeah.
Truly.
Because who doesn't want memories of their dead loved ones? Everybody would, right? Most, unless you hate them. But yeah.
Although there's a little ambulance chasing there, but
yeah.
But you wouldn't go to the funeral of somebody you don't.
Of course.
No, you go. I'm sorry for your loss. Here's my
But you
card.
can go to the funeral home, leave your business card, and they
And
can
leave your
offer
stuff there. And
They
leave
can
Tell them.
have them hang one up so they can see what the possibilities are.
Mhm.
And then they could get a
Yeah.
cut, and then all of us get a cut. Poor Cynthia ends up with like $2 for
She's
material.
like, I'm doing all the damn work.
And make sure on the shadow box of the dead ones, all about the joy. Is
On the back.
The bag.
With love, Cynthia.
okay, this is see, you see how it slid into hell down the line, right there. Right? Like
She's sliding.
She's
And she's
bumping.
she's
bumping.
oiled up. No, she's oiled up.
She's oiled up and
lit.
slide
and oiled up.
and sliding. Just a big old slip and
So
slide.
see, if AARP is listening, they can help
AARP?
sponsor us, help us
Boom.
out.
You know
Right.
what? I do like AARP. I am going to submit something to them because I think they're a great organization. I've learned so much about them since that whole TikTok thing. And
You can say, welcome to All About Your Joy, sponsored by AARP.
I would totally say that. And you know what? The thing is, they geared towards Gen X. And so
Yes.
they're geared towards any age. But whenever I read articles on there, we know the articles Rick loves. We have to say that. That's all.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's going to be so fun.
Oh.
No, you would like to be informed about a lot of things. And it was just that one time it was funny. I'm sorry. But I just feel like I love the articles that they write or that they have people come in and write, and it's always someone different. So clearly they're paying people.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
they have a podcast that I don't think is, it's like monthly or something, and it's really about boring stuff. I mean, good
Mhm.
stuff that's important for people to know, but there's not a lot of joy in it, There's
Mhm, mhm.
so I actually, and today there was an article about how to get rid of your fat belly. And the guy gave 10. So I read that article today, and there was a
Your
guy
fupa?
giving 10 minutes. What about the fupa though? Isn't the fupa something different? It's a little bit on the lower side.
But it's still a part of the belly. It's the belly
I would
adjacent.
suspect everyone in this room has fupa.
I don't have fupa. Sorry.
'Cause what does it mean? I don't want us to say what it means because I think I know what it means.
They can look it up. Look, as Sherry Shepherd would say, go ask your mama.
Can't ask my mama. I don't know. Okay, Rick, I don't think Rick has a fupa either, but men have I don't know how to switch the P because I'm not sure if it's the P you change. Men have bigger bellies than women. That's all I'm saying. It's hard too. Men got them hard bellies. Like, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but a lot of people say today they like the dad bods, which shocks a
Yes,
lot of them.
dad bods are
Of
in.
course,
Sorry.
because for men, it's dad bods. For women, it's fupa. Like, you see the difference? You see what's happening? You see what's happening right there? Oh, dad bod.
That's all the women like.
I don't look. I don't have a problem with a fupa.
No.
Not at all. Not at all.
You know what?
Love a
I'm gonna
good
come
fupa.
on this show tomorrow night in a fucking bikini because I'm over the fupa thing.
Come on. Come in here and snatch.
Okay.
Come in here and snatch tomorrow. Go ahead.
I have my little thing on.
She said coming in with a 2-piece and a biscuit. Come on.
I just don't have my abs anymore. I'm very upset about it. I'm very sad. It bums me out. And I don't like the idea of when you sit, you can feel a roll. It just drives, I don't know. I'm working on it. I got to work on it. It's just me. I'm just like, I didn't have no children. It's not fair. But whatever, dad bods are cool, but what's the equivalent for women's bods, Rick?
They're all beautiful for me.
Yes. Everybody.
Clean it up, Rick. Come on, help me out. Clean it up. All women's bodies are beautiful. All of them.
All of them.
Honestly, can I just be honest? A lot of men they don't even have issues with women who have fupas or are bigger women. They really don't.
Okay,
Because
No.
I have to look this
if
up
a
because I
woman
don't
is
know what this really
confident in
means.
her body, that's all they care. They don't give a crap about any of that. They
Not at
like
all.
a little extra
But
cushion.
did I say anything?
No,
Oh
she
my
didn't.
God! Wait.
Uh-oh. What'd you
Oh
Google?
my God! Okay, AI will not use swear words, so it's really funny how it's trying to explain this. Okay, I'm not. Okay, I'm not gonna. It's okay.
Leave it alone.
Okay, the
Leave it
term
alone.
stands for fat upper pubic area. It refers
No.
to accumulate. No, wait.
No.
That is what it says.
No. Lies.
That's what it's saying.
Lies.
Wait,
That
let
is
me
not
ask
what that is.
Is it also for men? I just want to ask.
No.
Yes, the term fupa applies to both men and women. It refers to the fat accumulation in the area above the pubic bone, regardless of gender. Men can also experience fat deposits in the region due to factors like weight gain, aging, genetics, or other changes in the men got a fupa. Men got a fupa. Dad bodies are cool. Okay.
Well, hey, listen. If they like it, I love it. Whatever it is.
I'm just messing with you. Cynthia, I agree that it's not but I didn't say nothing about men. It's how I feel about myself, right? And I think that's what bothers me about as I get older, I've become less fit for circumstances that make sense. You know what I mean? Aging, but also I had a hip surgery that was traumatic in a different sense for me. You know what I mean? And I've worked through that. But what's hard is thinking, and I know this is the wrong part for me, thinking I'm ever going to get back to that kind of athleticism that I was in the past. So, today I went for a walk and Mario, you do 18,000 steps. That's a lot. That's so much. I did like 12,000 steps today. And I mean, I was glad I did it, but I was sad because I could run that so much quicker in the past. You know what I mean? And so just I have to take it slow because I'm not there yet. So I hear you. So yeah.
But see, I hate running. So it's just for me, as long as I get the steps in, I don't care how I get them, just get them in. But like you said, take breaks.
When you go to Disney, you don't even think about how many steps you're doing.
At all.
You're just going and going and going. Like
we've done half marathons just walking.
Yeah. I believe that.
I saw a guy yesterday that he was actually famous because he does all these acrobatic, almost like flipping his whole body, but he's overweight. And he jokes, he's like, I'm the fat guy that does tricks, whatever. But he goes, I want to lose weight. So he got up with this guy and, meal plan. This is what you're going to eat and blah, blah, blah. He's going to exercise. And he did okay, but then it kind of hit a plateau. And he's like, what else can I do? He goes, you need to walk at least 8,000 steps a day. And he goes, I'm up to 10. Then he lost the rest of the weight. So it was interesting.
Yeah, it's just a walking.
Is the best thing that you can do. It really is. Mari, the only reason why I started running was because I couldn't dance anymore. So when I was in college, I had a friend named Laura French. I'll never forget her. And I forget what class we were in or whatever, but she would get up and go running and I'd be like, all right, bye. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she was like, why don't you come with me? And I was like, I can't run. And I really could not. It was horrible. But once I started, I did that first mile, the second mile. You know what I mean? Like then you started, it's not the same as dancing. I will never admit to that. But there is something that happens when you are running, and I'm not going to call it a zone, but you do get into that place where it's rhythmic, right? And that's what I loved about dancing. There was something rhythmic about it. And you're not even thinking that you're working out. It's probably what happens when you guys are at Disney. You don't even think you're walking that much because you're just in that zone. And for me, it was the easiest way that I found to replace that part of the feeling of dancing when I was working out and sweating all the time. And then I was doing, 5 and 10Ks. I ran 3 marathons. I really got into it. I hung out and dated triathletes, and not a lot of them, one of them, but I hung out with one of them. And one. I dated one. And did I know I dated him? I don't remember. But
you probably, you have to remember, we've known each other for 20 plus years. You've known each other for
5 years.
Yes.
So you did. Actually, you did know when I was dating him. Actually, you did. But anyway, so, I think that's what it is. It's like, for me, I'm angry because I'm not doing the dancing. So then I found the running. That was great. And now I'm struggling to do the walking. You know what I mean? Just trying to get back in there. So that's my own.
So, okay, here's a good pivot for you. What is it that you do, not work related, that brings you the ultimate joy outside of work? What takes you there? What brings you the
Excuse me.
what takes you to the ultimate happiness? What takes you there?
This is gonna sound like the lamest thing ever, but I love going down to the beach. I'm gonna cry about it. I have always wanted to live here where I live on the beach,
Yeah.
um, and I have my bench, and Cynthia knows, and I go and I do this 5 mile. I now do a walk, but I used to do the run. And
Mm-hmm.
what gives me the most joy is when I go back and sit at that bench when I'm done, and I just look out at the ocean, and I just
Yeah.
so blessed because when I first got here by myself and I didn't know anybody, I had $800 in my pocket and a round trip ticket home. That's all I had. I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
nobody, whatever. That's the first place I landed because I had to find a place to stay for the night. And the YMCA was right there. And that was the only contact I had. You know what I mean? It was on, I think YMCA is on 6th Street or something, or it was.
Yeah.
And I mean, ultimate joy. I can't tell you how many times I finished that and then sit there and cry. I don't mean cry like, but I can tear because it gives me such joy. And then the other thing I'll say this is going to the movies midday, like at 10 or 11, and watching something like whether it was Avengers, Endgame was probably one of and then Wicked recently, or any movie. But when you have something that you're so in it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that. I love that. I could do that every day.
You're a movie since you're a movie girl.
Movie girl.
We like movie. No, we like movie.
We do that too. That's our movies are our thing too.
AMC has this funky thing called Screen Unseen. It's on Mondays. It's all AMC's. All you have to do is look it up.
Okay.
The trick is you don't know what you're gonna watch until you sit down.
Ooh.
And
it's only $5.
Yeah, well now it's $7.
Oh, it's $7 now. Okay.
But still, you go in on a Monday night and it just starts. And all of a sudden you're in this world. So sometimes they're really, really great because like we got to see Sing Sing with Coleman
awesome.
Domingo. We thought
we didn't know. They just give you what the rating is.
Yeah.
They just give you the rating. So you know what the rating is going to be.
So you
and
don't
then
know
you
the
just
genre? You don't know the genre?
No. Like,
so
and then one time,
the only time to differentiate if it's going to be a scary movie, then it's Scream.
No, Scream.
I don't do scary movies. That's why I wouldn't do it. But they do tell you.
No, they differentiate. Yeah, they'll tell you if it's a horror film. They'll tell you so then you can you don't do it that Monday. But then all the other times it's a movie. They just tell you what the rating is. You just don't know which one it's going to be.
Well, I might do that. You know what's so weird is because I love going midday. And back in the day, you could go to a matinee and it was like $6.
Mm-hmm.
I would always schedule my work life around being able to go to the AMC in Century City. I know when I first moved here, because I had all little part-time jobs. And when you're working as an actor, when you're working as an actor, you're taking any work you can get, right? So this was before brand new school. And I would schedule it. And now it's the same amount. If you go today, it's like $21 or something.
But the Screen Unseen is just like going to a matinee.
I know that. And I have AMC stubs or whatever.
Yes.
I love that.
All you have to do is look up the theater because, like, I think the one over here by it's not every single one, but it's
in the marina.
One in the marina.
Maybe that's what it is. Okay,
so, but look it up.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, they actually have an Instagram page, so you can look it up and they'll tell you when.
Thank you for telling me that. My favorite theater made it through in the Palisades called the Bay Theater. Have you ever guys gone to that theater?
No, you told us about it.
So beautiful, but I don't know to what extent it's going to be okay if everything's around it is horrible. But But I love the small theaters, right? The small old school theaters in LA are just something. I'm glad they're preserving them. I mean, and give a shout out to like Steven Spielberg and them because they're all funneling money into preserving some of these classic, beautiful Hollywood cinematic theater adventures that are just not getting the money because they don't get the big movies anymore and people don't go to them because people all the lounge and blah, blah, blah stuff. And I get it, but the smaller theaters are beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
But oh my God. Okay. Thank you. We have hit the 1 hour mark and we don't have to stop talking, but I know we have to work tomorrow. So we do want to put like a hard kind of line in the sand here. But I just want to ask you guys before you go, we'll start with Cynthia. What are you looking forward to this weekend? Anything fantastic? Anything?
Oh, my son turns 30 on Saturday.
Yay.
Oh my God. No,
A
Wow.
dirty 30.
he is not turning 30.
Wow.
Yeah, that's weird because you're what? 40?
45. I'll be 46 in 2 months.
Wow.
I know that's not right because I'm 37. That don't make no sense. So there's the math problems there.
Oh, we're the same age.
That's what I'm saying. I was just saying. We're the same age. We're so cute. Yeah, okay, whatever. Superman. Rick, what about you? Anything happening? I mean, I know that it's hard for you to go out and stuff, but is there anything you're planning on watching, doing? You do a lot of live streaming?
Not other than the usual. Still hoping my cousin will come maybe and take my mom. My best friend who might be moving possibly this year down south. He's like, "Oh, we got to hang out because I never get to hang out with you because we used to always hang out when I was take care of mom."
So
So
cool.
it's like, "I want to come over and watch a movie or something." I was like, "Yeah, you're always welcome. You ain't gotta tell me." And he's done it too. He'll just show up and like, "Oh, hello." But yeah. So hopefully something will work out. And then my ex offered to cut my mom's hair, so she
Wait,
needs
I
a better.
thought she had already done that. No?
No, it hasn't happened yet. No. So
Okay.
we'll see. We'll see.
If I win the lottery, I'm getting you a day off.
Can you get him a week off?
I'm gonna get him I know if I win the lottery, I'll get you a day off.
Can we give him a
So
week?
generous.
Can we give the brother a week? My God.
Depending on how much I make. I meant like I would get you help forever. I didn't mean one day. That came out so wrong. Oh God, I'm so cheap.
Just one day.
That's all you get.
day.
I guess the lottery depends on how much I win. I guess in this scenario, I'm winning like, $400. I guess I don't know. It's not like gazillions, but I'm just saying I would hook you up. That was so wrong.
I gotta pray real hard. Lord, let it win.
Right.
Money. More money, more time for me.
What do you any plans this weekend?
We're probably going to go visit my parents this weekend since they've moved back to California from Texas. Then we try and make it a point to go see them at least once a month for the weekend. Since they're closer.
No, we've been back a couple of years.
A couple of years.
Okay.
Been back a couple of years.
But we make it our mission to see them once a month, and we always spend 1 weekend a month, if not longer. If we can do longer, we'll stay longer. But we make it our mission to always spend time with them.
Yeah.
Do they like Disney too or no?
No.
Not
I
people.
know.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, please.
No.
I don't hate.
But we spend the weekend like cooking. My mom just cooks all like our favorite foods and stuff like that. And we'll watch, my mom loves like crime shows. So we'll sit down and watch like the crime shows.
Oh,
and my dad loves other movie stuff. So then we'll watch movies with them. We'll just hang out.
He's in
Just
heaven
some time.
watching Gladiator, or now that Gladiator 2. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Forget about it.
Yeah, he loves those.
Oh yeah, he's like that dude.
Well,
He's that dude.
it's not that good. Sorry, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know.
oh no, it was great, right, Rick?
Gladiator 2, I haven't seen it.
That
So
was awesome.
Yeah, we're
Oh.
not being sarcastic at all. We
not at
Not
all.
at all. We loved it. Okay.
It was really
Denzel
good.
was
It
good.
was really good.
That's almost
I am actually hoping to have a quiet weekend because I have so much work to catch up on. But I think what I'm going to start doing is thinking about how to have more fun and reclaim my childhood. I think that's something I really just learned from all of you today, which is thank you. It's rare. I say this respectfully. It's rare that I'm thrown by something and I learned something amazing today. I love that. I love when that happens. So thank you.
Is there anything specific that you feel like you missed out on?
In my childhood?
Yeah, that you want to like reclaim.
You
Fun
want
stuff.
another oh.
No, fun stuff. Fun stuff.
Like my
Golly.
dad. Never having a dad, right? Like just the whole crying thing.
The fun stuff.
I know. It's something I have to think about because it never hit me until Alma. I mean, you were all saying it, and then Alma said something, and it just, it started with Rick. It just kind of threw me because I've never even thought about it. Like, I don't know. I can tell you everything I've missed or wish I had, and it's sad, right? Because we can all go down that road or whatever. But I never thought about the things I might have missed out on, like a little kid, like going, like I don't have a memory of going to Disney, like, and I don't know. Again, I'm not dissing Disney. I'm just messing.
No, but it's
Like, I don't know if
Disney.
that's something that I had wanted to do, but I never went to it. The things I did that were childlike, that were not childlike because it was work for me, is like I remember going to see Rudolph Nureyev in Don Quixote, right? Ballet. And I was wanting to dance. So to me, it was just being in that whole arena, seeing Mikhail Baryshnikov, seeing I mean the Rockettes and all the, and then going and seeing all of these Broadway shows. I don't know if that was me being a kid, though. That was me like learning and watching, and I loved it because that was my passion, So when I think about like coloring, or I don't know, I have to think about it. It's an eye opener. What?
If you weren't into it then, you're not going to likely be into it now. I actually came across the YouTube video that was saying cartoons from the 70s. I was like, oh, let me see. I probably know a bunch of these. And then some of them I was like, oh my God, I remember that. And for a split second, I was that kid watching it.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember this. Like I turned into the kid.
Yep.
I mean, and I think that would happen too. I just feel really thrown by the question. Not that you guys are doing anything. I'm totally this is not a normal Carmen is always in control of everything type of thing, but this is me being a little dumbfounded. I don't know what I missed out on. And like you just said, I watch cartoons. The problem is when I think about cartoons too long, except for just enjoying them in the moment, I know why I miss them and reminisce on them because my mother was alive when I was watching them. And that's where that goes to, right? That trauma. You know what I mean? Like, or being a latchkey kid, which I'm sure probably a lot of us were.
was too. Yeah.
So being that latchkey and being alone all the time. And then realizing then you're alone, for real alone. Because you were a latchkey kid, but your parents were coming home or somebody was coming home at some point,
Yeah.
So I think that's what happened. It's like, how do I detach that and find the joy in the childhood stuff that you guys were embracing, and your laughter and the joy and your smiles as you're talking about it? I'm completely jealous of it. Like when you said that, Rick, I was, and then you all just kind of and you didn't do anything wrong. You did everything right. It just hit me. Oh my God. Like I'm going to start crying. We need to stop.
No, but you know what? But that's the whole point that was a great point for this episode of aging and then finding the joy in our childhood things. See, we actually, believe it or not, we brought it full circle.
Yeah.
So, it's a great way to, segue it all, put it all together. We put it all together. Now your assignment is, hey, what am I going to do to find joy this week from my childhood? And that's for anyone listening. What are you going to do this week to find joy, bring joy to yourself from a childhood memory or something you missed out on as a child that you can do now? Whether it's in the park, putting your feet on grass and letting you just be grounded and being one, or feeling the air in your face, or looking at a child laugh, or seeing them with their bubbles, finding their laughter, finding your inner child, looking at them, being joyful. That's the best way to do that.
I think, like when I was talking about being at the beach and loving the beach, what I realized sitting there, what I'm thinking about is what I can do to fulfill my dreams that I still haven't fulfilled, right? So it's always this, and I think that's the part that's hurting me, is I'm always trying to figure out how do I get to the next step in my life so I'm doing the right thing, so I think that's what just threw me, is like even when I'm at the beach in my place of joy and love. It's my favorite place. I'm still trying to play the adult. I can't even, do you know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah.
yeah,
You
so
gotta
that,
let it go. You gotta let it go just for a little while
Yeah.
and
One of
just
the
be present.
yeah, one of the, and that's exactly it.
Yeah, let it go.
One of the things that, especially with Mario having the health challenges that he did, myself, and then and then having Marissa in the midst of all of that, it was always learning to be for myself, and I'm speaking from me, learning to be grateful even in the hard places. And always realizing that everything that I've done up to this point is enough.
Mhm.
If I don't do anything else, if nothing else comes of anything else, what I've done so far up to this point is enough. I've gone beyond anything that my parents accomplished. Um, you know, just I'm crying because I'm seeing you,
I know,
Carmen.
I know.
You've done so much more.
Y'all
You know
gonna
what
get
I'm
me crying.
saying? You've honored your mother in your book and your in just in the life that you're living, because anyone else at that young age to lose a parent, um they 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 haven't, there's many that haven't done half as much as what you've done. So everything you've done up to now, Carmen, it's enough. You can rest, like, really, you can rest. Give yourself some grace
Okay, we're
and
not
allow
doing this
yourself
anymore.
but give yourself some grace and allow yourself to know you made it. You
I
made it.
think we
When
need
you
to
sit
take
on
her to
that bench,
Disney.
you made it.
We
You
need to
made
take
it.
her to
That
Disney.
is your full
She needs
circle
to go to
moment.
Disney.
You
Yes,
made it.
I need to go to, you guys would
You
hate me.
made it. You know
Like,
what I'm saying? The bench is not that bench was not your last stop. That bench was your beginning. And you've accomplished everything, and you have everything that you dreamt about. You've accomplished it. No one gave it to you. You worked hard for it, and so be proud in that, but also find the joy in that, and be and I always say, always with a grateful heart. Just find the gratitude and it all, even in all of the hard things that came in your life as a young person. Yeah, they molded you, and you look back on it, and of course there's pain and all of those things, but just find the joy in knowing that you did you did good, and your mom will be proud.
okay, so I just want
Okay.
What? And
I'm
I
just
bet you
saying.
a lot of adults
I'm
when
just
Carmen was
saying.
young, when she was young like that, a lot of the adults would probably like behind her back be like, "Yeah, this one's probably gonna be, I don't know about her."
Right.
Yeah.
But you
to
showed them
behind my
all,
back, in my face, like
not
behind.
in
Right.
your face,
Yeah.
But you showed them
Yeah.
all. You
But you
showed them
showed
all.
them
Exactly.
But,
all.
but you know that's. I mean, I appreciate it, and please, I really am so grateful. You guys are amazing. This cannot be what it is every week we do, but unless it's about you guys, then I'm happy.
Right.
But I appreciate it so much. I guess I I just need to do that thing that you guys have. It never even dawned on me is to look back on the childhood part. And I'm open, and like I don't know what I don't know. So I didn't know it till I heard you guys say it. You know what I mean? It didn't even hit me. And I have been in therapy and I've done all my work and done what I had to do. And but it's just never come across that way. So this is
Yeah.
something new and beautiful, and I'm open to it. And but I mean, I don't want you to think I don't know what I've accomplished and the woman that I am. And I appreciate that. I know what you're saying. I think, I mean, I hate bringing up my mom because I don't remember her. And I know that she would be proud of me, but I think what I am lacking for myself is the kind of joy you guys just all showed, and I'm going to work on that. I am going to do my homework, Mario, and I
That's your
hope
homework.
everyone, yeah, and I hope everyone who's listening will too, because this for me was just a life changing light bulb moment. So thank you, all of you, so much for today, and I also want to mention just a couple things. So for people that are listening to the podcast, the audio version of this, we're going to be having the live streams now where everyone can join in and hang out and get therapy, I guess, from Alma and Mario and Cynthia and Rick on a weekly basis on Friday nights. But actually, we're going to open it up and have everyone come in. It'll be Friday nights. But we will be having this podcast as our private lounge conversations on a weekly basis too, and this will air on Sundays. So thank you so much, Rick, for always being here, being the co-host and helping me out so much. Cynthia, I adore you, love you. Thank you for also always being here and helping me out, and just always giving me so much more support as well. Mario and Alma, I love that you guys are part of the team, and I love that you guys show up, and thank you for being here today. I appreciate it, and thank you for all your teachings, both of you. And so with that, I'll say good night, and thank you everyone for stopping by. Bye, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks for stopping by All About the Joy. Be better and stay beautiful, folks. Have a sweet day.